Andrew Fillipponi said a Pirate source he was discussing this trade with, which was Henry Davis, Mike Burrows, and Luis Ortiz, who is going to be on the mound here today momentarily. For who from the Marlins? Who are the two players?
Jazz Chisholm, Tanner Scott. Is
Tanner
that right?
Scott. Tanner Scott, relief pitcher, and Chisholm, an outfielder, who has shown some serious flashes in his first 3 or 4 years in the league and would be a very interesting player. I wouldn't do the deal. I would remain patient with Hank Davis, at least in terms of this deal. Not saying I wouldn't trade him at all. Paul Zeiss would make the trade in a second. He would drive Henry Davis to Miami. City Limits is with me. Where do you stand on all this, Dan? The floor is yours, and I hope you're well.
So, and you as well. Great to be with you again, Joe, with or without my hat on. I'm going to go with no because of the potential I haven't run out completely on Henry Davis. But it's an intriguing deal that I would, I guess, summarize as low risk, low reward for the Pirates as Brian Reynolds extends his hit streak to 24 games. Is that what it is right now?
23.
23.
Yeah. He just singled.
Right up the middle.
This is
and I
incredible.
think on the first pitch.
Go ahead.
It's low risk, low reward for the Pirates, high risk, high reward for the Marlins. So I think you're going to get a very good outfielder with contractual control, but it's he of the 750 OPS. Appreciably better than anything that they have. I totally concede that. Being able to add a really nice arm in the back end of your bullpen, or maybe even does he come in as a 7th or 8th inning reliever here in Pittsburgh? I don't know. In Scott, that's what they need. So you do check the boxes of areas of need with control. So that's the good part. But I think that there is some high upside in the Henry Davis hit tool if he could ever figure this thing out. They've done a disservice by him, I think, developmentally. They rushed him to the big leagues. They've probably tinkered with the swing, and it's obviously had a negative impact. I think that they've mishandled him from the defensive side of things. They bring him up. He's a right fielder learning a new position. He's kind of a DH. And then you have some significant injury to catcher. He puts in all this time in the offseason to become appreciably better, but not good enough, I think, to be an everyday big league catcher. So depends on if we're doing this for this year or for the future. I'm gonna pull the trigger and go yes. I would make the move if I have to pick one, because
then you're with Paul in the end.
I am, but hesitantly. This could eventually blow up and be a very, very poor trade for the Pirates if you do it. They could really look bad long term because Burrows coming off injury, I get it, but power arm. Ortiz, there's obviously plenty of arm talent there, and he's still relatively young, could be a power arm if somebody correctly unlocks his ability. And then, goodness, I mean, if somebody fixes Davis, that's a 1-1 bat.
Paul?
That could look very, very bad.